Hey guys, this is Dominic from Diode, and today I want to talk with you about an exciting new release, Diode canisters, coming to Diode Collab. But before we get there, let's talk about what Diode Collab is and why you should be using it. So we have been building Diode Collab now since 3 years as like a new generation of collaboration suite. So that means chatting with your peers, sharing files, but also taking notes, and even accessing together remote services. So imagine you have like a small office. Most people are not in the office anymore, but for historic reasons, you have like a GitLab instance still hosted in this instance. With Diode, you can access that. So Diode really targets small, medium, and even large enterprises. And we improve the situation on current software by providing full self-custody for your data. And full self-custody means that there's no third party involved between you and your data. This is a term that traditionally comes from the Web3, from the crypto space, where it meant if you have your keys for Bitcoin, then only you own your Bitcoin, even though the Bitcoin chain is a global chain, is always enabled, is always available, no matter where you are on the planet. And we're bringing the same technology to your communication, to your collaboration. That means only you as an organization have the keys, only you as an organization have custody on the data and the communication, but it is always available no matter where you're on the planet. This means much higher security guarantees. You don't have to trust a technician from Diode or technician from any other third-party organization, whether they always act in your best interest. It's guaranteed by the chain. It's mathematically guaranteed that only you can access your data, only you can delete your data, only you can manage your data. It is also bringing really increased simplicity because we use cryptographic keys. The whole system is without passwords, but with cryptographic keys, with pass keys. Much higher security, much harder to get wrong, and much harder for an attacker to get into. Also, it means the cost is much lower. So for one, you save on multiple tools. If you have a cloud storage solution, you have a communication solution, you have a note-taking solution, maybe you have a VPN solution, you can fold all of these together into using Diode Collab. And second part to that is cost is lower because we use a decentralized network that is competing for the lowest cost. So you don't have to pay for servers that are being operated. You don't have to pay for personnel maintaining these servers. Instead, because it's running through a chain system, this is autonomous, and the lower cost is something you benefit directly from. And last but not least, this also provides much higher uptime because chains, by their very nature, have very, very low or no downtime at all. Compare this with cloud providers, or compare this with like self-hosted on-premise solutions that can have all kinds of incidents. But even with cloud providers, you often have to worry, well, I have a data center in this region. What happens if in this region there is a catastrophe? There's a storm, there's a tornado coming in. All of that happened already, and then you have to take care of, well, do I have a second data center? Do I have a migration strategy? No worries with that if you use a chain-based system like Diode Collab. Let's have a look at the app here real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch a test instance I have here. This is Diode Collab. It's running on my machine. I've created a test user Jack. This is a node. I can edit that. Welcome to Jack's zone. So these are some notes I can take. I can share them with the whole team. I can, of course, chat, but I can also exchange documents and files. So this is really like a cloud collaboration solution, but it's all in full self-custody. Now, where does ICP come into the game and what are Diode canisters? Because this is where we started with, and this is something I want to talk about real quick. So what's happening here is I can, hello, Dine again. I'm just sending another test message. And this message is now stored on my machine. And when I shut down the Diode Collab instance, the question is, how does this message get to Dunedain when he comes online later on while I'm not online? And for that, we're using zone availability canisters. So these are ICP, that's the Internet Computer hosted canisters that are created by the zone. So I want to show the flow here a bit. This is actually a GitHub repository. You can get all the source code and check out how the canisters work, audit the canisters, and really see how you have full custody on these canisters. So the app is an instrument here. It is creating the canister through a factory. So the factory is creating a new child canister, and that new child canister, you have one per organizational zone. So this zone availability canister is owned by the organization running that zone. It's not owned by Diode. It's not owned by the Diode app, but it is owned by the organization of the zone. Now this child history is also used to refill these canisters with cycles, which are the ICP way of providing resources. And this canister is then providing message syncing capabilities. So we have that here. You can look at some more of these architecture diagrams, but basically the client is storing messages in the data storage of the message canister. All this data that is being stored is encrypted already, and then another client can fetch it. So if Dunedain comes online, he can fetch the data, get the messages. And this really improves user experience, especially on small zones where nobody else might be online. Because one guy is online, wants to send a message, the message is cached in the message canister, and then when another person comes online, they can still read the message even though nobody else is online right now. And these small canisters are full custody to the zone. So these are maintenance-free VMs run autonomously by the organization. So this is really the next generation of cloud compute. It's full self-custody to the organization that is running the zone, and at the same time provide the same convenience that a big cloud provider would provide without any of the third-party risks. So thanks for listening. That's really everything I wanted to share today. I hope you guys enjoyed the new user experience and the nice quick message pathing through canisters. And keep it up. Check out Diode, check out our YouTube channel, and we'll follow up with new updates. Talk to you soon. Bye.